Key Nation, man, what's going on? Y'all see it in the title. Y'all know exactly what we finna be going over today, and that is how to EQ vocals using Logic Pro X. Basic tutorial, beginner tutorial. We not going into depth right now, man. We just gonna set a foundation, okay? We gonna get an audio signal and we gonna coat it with melted butter. Y'all already know how we get out, man. So listen, what I have here is a vocal that I recorded over, I don't want to say over a year ago, but it was a little bit under a year ago. I don't know if you guys use TikTok, but there was a trend on TikTok, and it was called wipe it down. So what you would do is you would go into the mirror, you would wipe the mirror, and every time you swiped, you would do like an outfit change or whatever the case is. So I did that, but with my wittiness and cleverness, I did it. But when you wiped, you saw the mic. And so I made a song out of it, essentially. So that's what we're going over, man. Um, as you guys can clearly see, I had some vocals, or excuse me, some plugins that was already bypassed previously. That's just some of the effects. And I was toying with it before I started the tutorial anyway. So, but that's what we finna go ahead and get over, man. I need to stop talking. I know y'all just want to see what's going on, bro. So let's do it. Okay. Um, the very first thing that I want to say is we'll play it first. Hold on.
Wipe, wipe it down, wipe, wipe it down, wipe. Fresh than a motherfucker. Watch when a nigga drip, I splashed.
So that's pretty much it. I didn't really play like fully. I just wanted y'all to get like an idea of what the vocal was. So a little background about this vocal is that this is recorded in a closet. Okay, so this wasn't recorded in a professional setting. The vocal actually sounds good, like in terms of actually recording it. But this is recorded in a closet. It wasn't recorded in a professional studio. None of that. Okay. Keep that in mind because that's going to be very, very important once I get into EQ and vocals. Next thing is that we're going to be using the stock plugin, bro. We're using stock plugins. You do not need third party plugins. I don't know who keeps on telling you that you need it, but you don't. All right. Firstly, what you want to do is learn with what you got. Okay. Don't get y'all. All right. So other than me, I'm pretty sure that y'all go on YouTube and find whoever you find to watch tutorials, and you see that they're using all these different types of plugins, and you thinking I need those plugins so that I can have my product sound just as good as theirs. No, okay, you don't need those plugins. If you have Ableton, if you have Logic, if you have Pro Tools, if you have GarageBand, whatever you have, learn what you got first. Okay, you don't need third party plugins. So in order for me to exemplify what I'm talking about, we using stock plugins. Okay, so we're gonna start it off now. What I like to do is I like to start off with the EQ first because I want to hear what the vocal is doing. I don't want any type of extra out elements combating with what I'm trying to hear. I solo the vocal out, as you can clearly see right here. I solo it out and I hear what I got going on first. Then afterwards, we'll tend to what we need to tend to and engage the beat. But before that, we just listening to this. So let's go ahead and let's change the selection real fast. Get into it.
Two-step when I move left.
Hold up.
Watch when a nigga drip, I splash. Two-step when I move left. Got the homies in the back and the blunt that's filled with the gas.
So right off bat, what we need to do is we need to scoop out a lot of those lows in there. And the reason why we need to scoop out a lot of those lows is just regularly as human beings, whenever we talk and we talk to people, and as you guys hear me, our ears don't pick up those low frequency ranges. So if our ears don't pick that up, we're naturally not going to be privy to hearing that regularly. So why would we keep it in the mix? We don't do that. So let's scoop it out. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to engage a low pass filter. What's a low pass filter? That's this, what I just clicked on, number one. But you're passing the lows, right? These are the lows. Okay. Anything under 100 hertz, right before we get into the mid range here, these are the low frequencies. We are going to pass them. You feel me? So that's how you engage it. You click this right here at the top, this red slant, I guess you can call it, and we gonna scoop it. Scoop. You feel me? Let's listen.
Watch when a nigga drip, I splash. Two step when I move left, got the homies in the back and the blunt that's filled with the gas. Bounce on it, bounce on it. My God, I'ma lose my mind. Don't trip, cause I'm gon' tip, got a bitch.
That's it. That's it. That's all you gotta do, fam. Scoop. Scoop. You know what I'm saying? If anybody tell you, hey, yo, how do you EQ vocals? You just look at them and be like, hey, scoop. You feel me? That's gonna be the little word that's saying, I'm corny sometimes, bro. I keep on telling y'all this. I know I need to stop, but I'm corny sometimes. Okay, so boom. That is what you want to do. You want to scoop out all of those low frequencies because we don't hear it regularly when we talk on a regular basis. So that's number one. Number two, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the second low point frequency range at 75 hertz. Just kind of play with it, toy with it, see what we got going.
Watch when a nigga drip, I splash. Two step when I move left, got the homies in the back and the blunt that's filled with the gas. Bounce on it, bounce on it. My God, I'ma lose my mind. Don't trip, cause I'm gon' tip. Got a bitch on my dick and she do everything I like. Whoa.
Okay, so that's actually pretty straight. Okay, we good where we at right now. Okay, one of the things that I want to tell y'all, and please, 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 if there's nothing else that you take away from this tutorial, is that you do not want to stretch your vocals thin. Okay, if you stretch your vocals thin, that is going to mess up your mix. You do not want to do that, bro. Reason being is because you don't want to have a bad mix. The more that you scoop these low frequencies out, you're not gonna have you're not gonna have that fullness. You're not gonna have that presence to your vocals. So you have to take that into consideration whenever you EQing.
Watch when a nigga drip, I splash. Two
See
step
what
when I
I'm-
move
see what I
left,
mean?
got the
Hold on.
homies in the back and the blunt that's filled with the gas. Bounce on it, bounce on it. My God, I'ma lose my mind. Don't trip.
You don't want that, bro. You do not want that, bro. Let's listen to it and let's try to keep it natural, but still scoop those lows out.
Watch when a nigga drip, I splash. Two step when I move left, got the homies in the back and the blunt that's filled with the gas. Bounce on it, bounce on it. My God, I'ma lose my mind. Don't trip, cause I'm gon' tip. Got a bitch on my dick and she do everything I like. Whoa, she bout to fuck.
So that's pretty straight, okay? That's pretty straight. Let's get into this high low frequency. I don't think I'm gonna use, because one of the things too also that you want to take into account whenever you EQ vocals is you want to make sure that you keep it subtle. You don't want to do any no crazy exaggerated, frequencies whenever you EQ vocals, because like I said before, you want to just set a foundation first, okay?
Watch when a nigga drip, I splash. Two step when I move left, got the homies in the back and the blunt that's filled with the gas. Bounce on it, bounce on it. My God, I'ma lose my mind. Don't trip, cause I'm gon' tip.
So that's actually sounding pretty straight right now, man. Let's go ahead and move into your mid frequencies, that 250 to 1040 hertz range. Let's listen and let's see what we got. Now keep in mind, I said that we recorded in a closet. Okay, so let me give you a little basis as to like what that means when recording in a closet. You got clothes in there, right? You got enclosed space. If you go inside of a closet, the very last thing that you gonna hear is like high frequency ranges. You're gonna hear a lot of low end because you're boxed in. That's all you gonna hear. So I'm taking that into account when doing these, when EQing these vocals. You always, whenever you do a vocal, take into account the environment that you're recording in, right? If you're recording in like an open environment where the low frequency range isn't gonna build up, and the voice is not gonna go back into your mic, take that into account whenever you EQ. Okay, that's important. So now that I know that and we set that as a basis, let's go into the mid frequency range.
Watch when a nigga drip, I splash. Two step when I move left, got the homies in the back and the blunt that's filled with the gas. Bounce on it, bounce on it. My God, I'ma lose my mind. Don't trip, cause I'm gon' tip. Got a bitch on my dick and she do everything I like. Whoa.
Okay, so that's sounding pretty straight right there. Where we at, around 296.
Watch when a nigga drip, I splash. Two step when I move left, got the homies in the back and the blunt that's filled with the gas. Bounce on it, bounce on it. My God, I'ma lose my mind. Don't trip, cause I'm gon' tip. Got a bitch on my dick and she do everything I like. Whoa, she bout to perkins and percolate.
Okay, cool. So that sounded pretty good, man. That sounded pretty good. Now, like I said before, maybe I boost those mids if I was recording in a different environment. Maybe I might do that. Maybe I boost a little bit more to what I need to because of a different. I don't know. In this case, right now though, I recorded in a closet, so I'm not boosting mids. I'm kind of taking a little bit away from it because I know that that's gonna sound better when I mix. I'm dropping gems, bro. Come on now. Pay attention. Pay attention. We gonna go into this high frequency range, man. And the high frequency range around 2500, 7500. Let's listen to it. Play with it.
Watch when a nigga drip, I splash. Two step when I move left, got the homies in the back and the blunt that's filled with the gas. Bounce on it, bounce on it. My God, I'ma lose my mind. Don't trip, cause I'm gon' tip. Got a bitch on my dick and she do everything I like. Whoa, she bout the perkins and percolate. I smoke the cushion, I elevate. She know I got vocals, I seen the bitch and that pussy get wet when I serenade. I penetrate, I'm so hot I obliterate insulation and thermometer. Speed overheat the dial in odometers. I was the
Okay. Man, that's sounding good. That's sounding good. Now, let me go ahead and explain to y'all what I just did with this high frequency range. Um, so essentially, whenever you have the high frequency range, you want to try to aim for that crispness, right? That clarity. And usually whenever you have a vocal that and you want to add that like sheen, crisp clarity, it usually for the most part is going to be around the 10,000 hertz frequency range. Usually, okay, maybe 9,000, 11,000, 12,000. Whenever you get into the females. But usually it should be around those ranges though. You just got to hear the vocal, and you don't want to push it too much, especially when you're heading for just a ground foundation whenever you EQ in a vocal. You don't want to have any accentuated frequency points, nothing like that, unless you're aiming for an effect in which you can do that. But if we're just setting a basis for the if we just setting the basis for what we're doing, then you don't need that. Okay. So there's that as terms of the high frequency ranges. You want to scoop those lows out, right? And you want to actually take into account what environment you have. Um, because I recorded in a closet and I needed to get rid of some of those mid frequencies because it sounded a little bit muddy, made the mix a little bit more muddy. I cut some of those out. Um, and then I boosted some of the highs. So that's what I did, man. That's what I did. I didn't go too crazy. Um, that's you never want to go crazy whenever you do a foundation, a foundational EQ. You never want to do that. So let's go ahead and bring the beat in. Bring the beat in. My fault. I told y'all I'm corny. Let's let's bring the beat in, man, and let's listen to it.
watch when a nigga drip, I splash. Two step when I move left, got the homies in the back and the blunt that's filled with the gas. Bounce on it, bounce on it. My God, I'ma lose my mind. Don't trip, cause I'm gon' tip. Got a bitch on my dick and she do everything I like. Whoa.
I actually like the way that sounding for real, especially with these low. And I wanted to use this specifically too because you got that distorted 808, and whenever you have distorted 808s and you're EQing over vocal, a lot of times the vocal can drown out, or it can just sit right under that distorted 808, and you can't really hear the transients like cut through. But the way that I just EQ'd this G thing, you hear it. I'm telling you, bro, y'all watching the goat low key. Nah, I'm not the goat. I still got a lot to learn. I'm very humble. Don't listen to what I'm saying. But hold on, man. Let's just throw a quick a quick compression on here so we can hear what the EQ really doing for real.
Watch when a nigga drip, I splash. Two step when I move left, got the homies in the back and the blunt that's filled with the gas. Bounce on it, bounce on it. My God, I'ma lose my mind. Don't trip, cause I'm gon' tip. Got a bitch on my dick and she do everything I like. Whoa, she bout the burgers and
Yo, that sounded crazy. No cap, that sounded crazy, bro. I ain't even really get fully into my audio chain, and it's already sounding pretty dope, man. And that's literally just setting the foundational EQ. Now, whenever you have things like this, and usually I like to like kind of toy with what I'm doing whenever I go into my like my other EQ and afterwards as we go through the audio chain. But if it sounds good, it is good, bro. Don't get caught up in what you see. as you mix. Don't get caught up in all that, man. If it sounds good, it is good. So in this instance, if I were to keep on going through on my audio chain, I wouldn't do no crazy tweaks. I wouldn't, because it already sounds like pretty dope as it is right now. And I didn't even get into on my full audio chain yet, bro. So that's pretty much it, man. That is how you EQ vocals using stock plugins. You do not need third-party plugins, man. If y'all got any questions, please put it down in the comment section below. Give me ideas as to what you guys want to see next. I thoroughly enjoy doing these tutorials, man. I've been doing this audio engineering thing for a while now. So if I find out anything, I'm gonna let y'all know. And I enjoy giving my knowledge to y'all. So if y'all got any questions, man, please comment them down below. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Gang.